Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we're going to be showing you how to replace the carburetor on this Wild Badger Power trimmer. This is model WB26BCI. So we're going to be walking you through this process step by step. It's very easy. This is one of the easier trimmers to swap the carbs out on. So if your trimmer's not running right, it's bogging down, you think there's an issue with the fuel delivery system, swapping the carburetor is a good first step, or cleaning it. I do have a video up on how to clean carburetors, but on something like this, I kind of prefer just to swap it out with a new one because it's just, they're affordable, they're easy to do. So we're going to get right into this. And if you are curious on other videos about this trimmer, I do have videos on how to do the yearly tune-up, how to replace the trimmer line, and then also just the general assembly and walkthrough of it. So this video is just going to be specifically how to do the carburetor swap, so we'll dive right into it. The first thing we're going to do is remove this cover. That doesn't pull out all the way, but just loosen it all the way. Lift straight up over this little notch. And we'll get some light over here. Okay. And then they give you a bunch of tools to work on this machine. One of them is this 4mm Allen key. So if you lost it or whatever, this is a 4mm, and we're going to be removing these two bolts, one right here and one right here. Don't worry about that screw, that controls that. So we're just going to loosen these up. And before you remove this, a good idea is to go ahead and remove the fuel lines first while everything's assembled. So a good little side note, if you have fuel in this machine, empty the fuel out into a container and then press this priming bulb a bunch of times to expel any fuel back into the tank, and then just empty out the tank again. Just kind of tip it upside down, get the fuel out, because otherwise you could do it with fuel in it, but it's just going to kind of make a mess. So we're going to remove this fuel line and then this one right here. And then we'll go through in detail what each fuel line does. So just take a flathead and pry them off. They're probably going to be a little bit stuck or kind of suction cupped on in place. So I like to just take a flathead, break that initial seal, and then they usually come right off. So there's one. And the other one's back here, kind of hard to see, but it's the same process. Just kind of break that seal, and then you should be able to just pull it down. And when you're doing this, it's a good time to inspect these fuel lines, make sure they're not cracked, make sure there's not fuel leaking out. Okay, so now we have the fuel lines removed. And like I said, we'll go through what those fuel lines do, but we're just gonna go ahead and loosen these bolts the rest of the way. Okay. Okay, so now we could remove these bolts. You could take them out. I like to just leave them in place. Okay. And then we're going to remove our throttle cable. So you can see the way this works. We're just going to take this plastic piece right here, pull up, and then that kind of releases it, and then just pull it straight out. Okay? So just like that. Pull it that way, and then when you want to put it back in, you would just again pull it that way. You could rotate this little wheel a little bit, get the cable into that little slit, and then when you want to seat it correctly, just pull the trigger a little bit, and it's going to seat it in there. But it'll do that once we have the bolts back in. We'll put that all back together. Okay, now we have everything out, and you can see the gasket came out. We'll show you how that goes back on. Now the only thing keeping this on is this nut right here. So we're just going to go ahead and loosen that nut. This is a 10mm nut, and we're just going to open it up a little bit. And then we're going to rotate this off by spinning the whole carburetor. Just hold this piece and just spin the carburetor right off. Okay. So now we have our carburetor off. And we could take our new one. First we'll go through the fuel line replacement. So if you're going to be replacing the fuel line, the kits, they come with this whole grommet and these hoses or these lines and the fuel filter already, like it's all one piece. So you don't have to worry about that. All you would do is just take a screwdriver, pop out this grommet, take this whole assembly out, put the new one in. But this line right here, this discharges your fuel back into the tank, this white one that goes onto the front of the carburetor right here, goes onto that nozzle. And then this fuel line right here leads down to a longer line that attaches to the fuel filter in the tank. See if you could see it in here. I don't know if you could see it in there, but that attaches to your fuel filter. So if you notice any cracks, you know, just replace the whole assembly. Makes it a lot easier on yourself. So then you would take your new carburetor, feed the cable through that hole, just like that. And then we're just going to tighten it back on. And then before you take this off, you could kind of note how many threads, or you could just, you know, just crack that nut a little bit just to loosen it. Okay, and then we'll just tighten this back down. Okay. And then we're going to put our fuel lines back on right now. So again, this clear one, that just terminates about an inch down into the tank. And it, like I said, it takes the excess fuel in the carburetor, dumps it back down into the tank. And this one that's attached to the fuel filter actually sucks the fuel up. So we'll just go ahead and replace, or put those back on, get them up there as far as you can. Okay. And then what I like to do is actually put all this, put your bolts in first, put that all back together, push it all in, kind of sandwich it all in, and then take your gasket like this and put it in just like that. And then you can put it back in. They go into these two holes right here. Okay. And then just start your bolts with your Allen key. And then doing it that way, just make sure that you have those bolts through that gasket. And then just kind of tighten them down evenly, you know, kind of like you do lug nuts on a rim, because you don't want to pinch it one way or the other. Okay. And then the last step is going to be showing you guys how to put the throttle cable back on. Okay. And like I said, we're just going to manually pull that up. We're going to put our cable in, release, and then just pull this trigger, and it's going to suck that little piece in like that. So that's the final way you want it to look. You want that pin in there just like that. Then just give it a test. Make sure it's not snagging on anything or catching on anything. That's exactly the way we want it. We'll give our bolts one quick tighten, just make sure they're good. You don't want to over tighten anything. And then we're just going to put our cover back on. These covers are kind of not really a pain to put on, but they don't go on as easy as you would think. There we go. See, they don't go on quite as smoothly as you would think. So that's the way you want it to look at the end, just like that. Doesn't go on perfect, but you'll know it when you get it on there, because this won't tighten if it's not on right. Okay. So there's how you replace the carburetor on this Wild Badger Power WB26BCI trimmer. If you guys have any questions at all, be sure to reach out in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and check out all of my other tool and DIY videos, and even check out the other videos on this. Like I said, I have a video up on the general assembly of this right out of the box, the quick, kind of like just a quick rundown tutorial on it. Then I have another video on the line replacement for when you run out of line on it, and then another video on your yearly tune-up. So I've got 4 videos in total with this one. So hopefully that covers pretty much everything on this machine. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, be sure to reach out in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.